So, like I said before, there wasn't no Crips in the neighborhood. There was only one, really. I take that back. His name was Marco Oliver. Uh, but Marco was more player, So Marco was always, out the hood messing with a chick, you know, getting money from her and stuff like that. So, that's like he always used to pull up on me in the neighborhood and, what I'm saying, give me a little game about how to get money from women and stuff like that. So, rest in peace, Cole Oliver. But yeah, Cole Oliver was mostly gone in the neighborhood a lot, So, but my brother had a homeboy named Daryl. Back then, we called him Big Lip Daryl. They call him Disco D now. When I used to be in elementary, in front of my grandmother's house playing, he would be walking past, coming from Osage, uh, and he would always ask me where my brother was. So that's kind of how I met Daryl. I knew Daryl was a Crip back then. He used to steal cars with my brother and stuff. And when I was younger and stuff like that. So, I knew about Daryl, but Daryl didn't stay in the hood, but Daryl would walk through to go fuck with Cole Oliver or whatever. I would hear little things about a guy named Francois, Daryl's brother, getting into it with Thomas and them, coming through the neighborhood. You would hear about, I would hear about, you know, uh, if you're going over there to Osage, up in Leeds, I start hearing about, Billy Trailer, Ronnie Hawshaw, Ronnie Dixon, they look click and Osage and stuff like that. And so, but it wasn't nobody cripping just in the neighborhood, just posted up. You know what I'm saying? So, on a regular, every day, they would come through and beef with the Bloods or something like that, or if they got walked into, met, happened to see each other at the store in Leeds, because during that time the highway Tisdale wasn't there. All that LL Tisdale Expressway, that wasn't there, So we can walk from the hood straight to Leeds, straight to Osage Apartments, you know what I'm saying? Just straight shot, Newton and Marshall, So when they put the highway right there, they kind of fucked up everything. So, but anyway, kind of separated things. But so now we running across the highway dodging cars to get to the store and shit. So, but one time I was in the seventh. This chick threw a party. She stayed on Boston Place. I can't think of her name, but she stayed right next door to the homie Tracy Hearns. And she threw a big party, house party, and she invited people from the school to come over. Uh, this is like seventh grade summer. No, this is like eighth gradish. We in the eighth because the homie Nikki was transferred over to Madison. So he grew up on the dub. So he come from that first era. Greenwood. What I'm saying, neighborhood. So when he left, so even he even he wasn't crossing Cincinnati coming to the hood like that because he would be by himself. He knew us over there, but hey, it's a blood hood. He's coming from Greenwood, neighborhood Crip. So, but his big homies Nico and Bam used to always tell him to be careful over there in that hood because you're gonna get yourself killed being over there by yourself. So one time this chick throwing a party, house party. So I'm at the house party and we wait for all the homies to get there and stuff. So we standing out in the middle on the sidewalk. Me and I can't remember who else was standing with me, but I see some guys walking from coming up the block, and they all had on J's. So I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. This is how the Jordans. This is how the J's and the gym shorts. This is how. This is who made that neighborhood look for neighborhood. If you know neighborhoods, they always like to wear their J's, their Dickie shorts, the gym shorts, and T-shirts. You know what I'm saying, during the summertime. That's their thing. That's their signature stuff. So and they get it from this dude named Nico Avans, and he was like the leader of the neighborhoods. He was like the face of it. He died way back then. Rest in peace. Uh, but the homie when the key was walking up with him, and we met them out in the street. The key said me standing there. They walked up to me. We standing there talking, and that's when the key introduced me to Nico. And I already knew who he was. I didn't know him personally, but I knew this is the dude that took my girl. You know what I mean? Because in the 8th grade, I was kind of dating a chick named Ebony McHenry. He ended up taking her from me and getting her pregnant. They end up having a child or whatever. So, uh, you know, I didn't like him just off of that, but I knew, you know what I'm saying, there ain't nobody you just gonna be running up on talking about taking my girl. So, but anyway, plus he was a little older than me, and so hey, I just had to charge it to the game. But when I seen him walking up the street uh, with the homie and the key introduced me to him, and then Nico was like, "Man, you look like Kid and Play. I'm gonna start calling you Kid and Play because you know I had the high top fade. You know, my hair was real higher than Kid's. So, you know, he told me he was gonna start calling me Kid and Play. So that was pretty cool to get a chance to meet him. But as we all standing there talking, I seen him telling the key, uh, "Man, I'm surprised. I never thought I'd see the day where I'm over here in this hood over here." Like he told the kid he was proud of him that he was able to bridge that gap. You know what I'm saying? Because neighborhoods wasn't crossing Cincinnati. They'd be up at the park, Ben Hill or something, but they wouldn't cross Cincinnati and come into the hood. You know, and the key bridged that gap from Greenwood over there to the hood. You know, and the key started that. I seen Nico Avance tell him and he was proud of him. You know what I'm saying? And he never thought he'd be over here in this neighborhood. But they also said, let's have him get the fuck back over there to Heritage Hills, though. So, you know, because they knew they were slipping. So, you know, but just for him being able to walk down the street in the hood, you know, that was a big accomplishment for him. And I seen him proud of his little homie. So that's the day I met the neighborhood leader. Real cool guy, light skin, long hair, had all the girls. Uh, he died young, and you know, I always credit him with that neighborhood look, the J's, the shorts, and the T-shirt. So, hey, that's why that's who I'm gonna get at too. To me, when I see all the little hustlers dressed up with they keep their J's on and stuff, and they all get that from Nico. So that's the thing he started. So rest in peace, Nico Avance. I got a chance to meet you before you passed away. I didn't like you at first, but you was a pretty cool guy after I got a chance to meet you. I just hated the fact you took my girl. So, but anyway, you guys take care out there. That was the day that I met the neighborhood leader, Nico Avance. Holla.